My name's David, and as I was kind of thinking about what do you say for a retirement party, there was a verse in the Bible that popped right in my mind, and it's out of Romans, and Romans 12:3, and it says, "Do not think of yourselves more highly than you ought to." And John is the epitome of that, and as I've thought about my experience with John, which there's a lot of you here in this room that have a lot more than I do, but I just thought, you know, that's John. And I met John sometime in 1994, I think, for the first time. I was the brand new company in town, Crown Pacific. They had just bought out DAW. I was a brand new forester in town, and I don't even remember where I met John the first time, but he was just really nice, welcomed me and my family into the community. Always, you know, "Hi David, how you doing?" And I mean, I can't hardly remember anybody's name, but couldn't hardly remember his name at the time. And I can remember thinking, you know, wow, he's just got a lot of energy. He was always jogging and running around, and I remember being at an event that was here, a fairly big event at that point in time for Plum Creek. I don't remember what it was. Mike Covey was here. There was a bunch of other people, and John was the one that was supposed to put all that together. And he still, you know, I mean, you know, I was really green still, at any rate. I mean, even at that point in time, "Hi David, how you doing?" Just always reaching out. And so then time marched on, and 1999 came by, and Crown Pacific purchased the timberland holdings that Plum Creek had here in the Joe. And so now our acquaintance went from being more than just an acquaintance to now we were working together. And they moved me into this office, and at the time I didn't, you know, I was probably thinking of myself much more highly than I ought to. And knowing, you know, they were, at any rate, they ended up making me manager over the whole office, and throughout about a 6-month period leading up to that point in time, I was constantly asking John, "What do we do about this? What do we do about that? Help me out here." And never a word of complaint. Just, he was always right there helping. And again, I mean, you know, I can't imagine what that was probably like going through, but he helped me a tremendous amount during that whole transition, and I really thank you for that, John. And time marches on again, and I can remember at one point in time, my wife and I had something we needed a babysitter for, and at that point in time I had 4 pretty small children. I don't remember what ages they would have been, and the two of you were fairly new to the empty nest syndrome, I think, and so they were more than willing to take in my 4 little kids for the whole weekend, which was a wonderful blessing for us. And so anyhow, we came back, got the kids back, and they were whispering about something afterwards. And my wife and I were scratching our heads, what is going on? And this term called crime food came out of their mouths. And we were like, crime food? What is this crime food business? And so they proceeded to explain to us that Mr. and Mrs. Quigley took them grocery shopping. I don't remember whether it was for breakfast or lunch or all of the above or dinner or what. They got to pick out anything they wanted in this grocery store, which to them was crime food.
It turned out just fine.
Well, again, lesson learned. And you know, as you know, things have gone on. John has just been we have moved him from one part of this tree farm to the other in the last 6, 7, 8 years. He's always been helping. I have never heard him complain. I have, maybe he dumps it all on you, I don't know.
No.
But never heard him complain, never heard him speak negatively about anyone. Just, you know, the epitome of someone who I think we can all look up to. And I'm gonna miss you, John.
Well, vice versa. Vice versa. Thanks.
It's been
Thank you.
it's been great having you here.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we got something for you. I was gonna try to figure out how to underneath this put like a little handsaw bar on it or something, or put the chain on backwards or something. But there's no gimmicks here.
No gimmicks. Okay.
And there is actually a gas can here to go with it. It's not full yet, but you know, it's getting really hard these days to even find a good gas can. So we got you a gas can to go with it, and this is
Thank you very much.
Look at the bar there, yeah.
40. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
so.
We've
Yes.
got something else
Thank
for
you.
you too.
Wow.
There's a scrapbook here and some
Card from all of us.
cards and a sheet you can
This
sign
goes
in.
with the chainsaw.
Okay.
See you well.
Snow Peak Lookout. Mitch found that saying and he put it on there.
Okay. All the
I want to take a picture. I want to
Very nice.
take a
Thank
picture.
you very much.
It's probably one you planted.
200 years ago.
Very nice. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Yes.
But
Wow.
I think there was a couple others that were gonna.
Mike, were you gonna say anything? Mike Straw, are you gonna have anything to say?
Well, this is impromptu because I wandered down into this country and
Go up here.
no, I'm fine right here. I'll make it short and sweet. I wandered down into this country in 1989, and slightly before that, I met John at a couple of Plum Creek meetings, and then I heard him and Tony on the radio and John a few times saying, I guess we shouldn't have lit that. And then when I came down there, John heard that from me a number of times, but it was more like, John, we have a problem, can you call the Forest Service? Anyways, I guess just to mimic some of the things David said real quick is, I've always enjoyed working with you, John. You've always been a really good friend, a good family friend, and you've always been there for me, and I really appreciate it, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wanna reiterate what I wrote in your scrapbook, that I worked with you for 6 years, and in that 6 years, you've watched both my daughters marry, you've watched me marry, and you've watched my last 4 grandsons be born. You've listened to a lot of tears and laughter from your office at my desk.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss that.
A lot of bad words.
You know, the last little while I've been here. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, John, I just want to say, we go clear back to about when you got out of college and started a fish hook. And you come through there, that was in the northern NP days. You come through Boulder Creek, and my dad met you, and he said, oh, he seems like a nice young kid. And I said, well, just another one for your dad to train. And he said, you know that one? He gets up on the ridge, you might want to put some rocks in the back of his pocket because he might get blown back to Montana. He can't weigh 110 pounds. So, but it's been a pleasure, John. I mean, there you go, 40 years. And Even the days when we're go to your office and you couldn't go by there, you'd come out and you'd say, "Hey, can I help you? What can we do for you? You getting any work out of those guys up there? You let me know if things aren't going good." And then it's been great just working with all the other companies with you, John. So I wish you the best of luck, you and Carol. You're right up there on the top.
Thank you very much.
Here, I'll
Yeah, it's
take
been
you
a
a
pleasure working
picture.
for with each and every one of you, and the feelings are mutual. And it's been a great, beautiful 41 years. What more can I say? It's gone very well, and you've all been a part of it. I'm just thankful for that. So.
So who was president when you started?
I'm gonna go
I
get the
don't
cake.
know.
Nixon.